As you may know, or you may not, occasionally I produce serious, deep, intellectual videos. But normally I prefer not to. I prefer to produce silly crap because it's, more fun. But I feel guilty, a little guilty about that. And, I recently made a video where I kind of had some fun with To Be Serious, and then I, like a wimp, didn't put To Be Serious in the tags because I didn't want her to find out, which eventually she will, but I didn't know if she had a sense of humor or not. Probably, I don't know. And I thought, well, let's delay that, maybe she won't find out. But I thought if I did, she would for sure. Anyway, so, I'm feeling bad a little bit about not being, more serious myself, deep and intellectual, rather than, making fun of stuff and helicopters crashing into the ground and laughing at people dying, and then kind of superficially saying, well, we realize our own death and other people's death, and this is a defense mechanism, as I wrote in one of the comments, and being this pseudo-intellectual kind of person where really I just thought it was funny, and maybe there's something more to it there. But anyway, the thing is, I did something, yeah, I did something, and it's on To Be Serious's channel, and it didn't get any comments, but it was different than most of the others. It was for a poem that she put up there, just a beautiful, beautiful poem, and it even says, it says there, as I'm trying to scroll here, oh, there we go, my browser's stalling, even says that it's one of the greatest short poems of all time, and you know what, it's really beautiful, it is. It's called The Mind of Winter as Glimpsed in the Snowman by Wallace Stevens. And it's posted here. And so I'm going to read that, and then I have another beautiful poem to read. I'm not going to make any fun of this. It's just straight, The Snowman. One must have a mind of winter to regard the frost and the boughs. It's the boughs. One must have the mind of winter to regard the frost and boughs. Okay, I'm going to get this right. I didn't read this beforehand. I just read my version. The Snowman. One must have the mind of winter to regard the frost and the boughs of the pine trees crusted with snow, and have been cold a long time to behold the junipers shagged with ice, the spruces rough in the distant glitter of the January sun, and not to think of any misery in the sound of the wind, in the sound of a few leaves, which is the sound of the land, full of the same wind that is blowing in the same bare place, for the listener who listens in the snow, and nothing himself beholds, nothing that is not there, and nothing that is. And that's The Snowman by Wallace Stevens. Now I'm sad to tell you what I did next. Not really. I'm just saying that because I thought it would sound good. So I decided to include a famous poem here. It's called The Pelican. You know of it. Oh, a wondrous bird is the pelican. Its beak holds more than its belly can. It can hold in its beak enough food for a week. But I'll be damned if I know how the hell it can. And that's by Dixon Lenar Merritt. And then I said that Stevenson's poem, the one I read previously, would be even better if it had pelicans. And then I said, here goes, The Pelican. One must have the mind of a pelican to regard the frost and the boughs of the pine trees crusted with snow, and have been cold a long time to behold the pelicans shagged with ice, the spruces rough in the distant glitter of the January sun, and not to think of any misery in the sound of the pelican, in the sound of a few pelicans, which is the sound of the pelican, full of the same wind that is blowing in the same bare place, for the pelican who listens in the snow, and no pelican beholds. Nothing that is not there, and the nothing that is, except the pelican that is not there. And then I commented, nope, never mind, it was better the other way. Now, the other comments are stuff like, thank you for this, lovely, well done. He comes across close to haiku. And let's see what else we have over here. They're just really wonderful comments here. And it's very, very bad of me to do this. You know, it says, extraordinary poem, beautifully accomplished by your choice of visuals. They were beautiful, by the way. And anyway, that's the, you know, my favorite poem, and you know, it's better without the pelicans, really. But I had to try that out. Anyway, not funny, not funny. So I thought, it's time to get more serious here on the Pre-Med 2 channel. So there is something that did come to mind here, and that is this whole issue of death and humor, and us being linked to each other by a common bond of humanity. And it occurred to me that it's time that I went ahead, and I don't have great visuals here, but I wanted to read a poem to you. And this is a serious one. This is about how we're connected, and and all that kind of shit. So let me see if I can load this up. Yeah, there we go. I'm sure you've heard this one before, but of course when I'm done with this, you can go ahead and type some very profound things, because that's what you guys have been waiting for. I know that. Since I haven't produced a serious video, I'm just going to do this derivative shit, because I'm really going to make some videos of pre-med educational videos for work, and I did that early this morning, and I have to make more. And so I'm just wasting time here doing this shit, and hopefully you'll appreciate it. But this is really a good poem. It's by John Donne. And it really wasn't a poem. It was a passage, and it was by John Donne in a passage called "This Flower's in the Fucking Way." You see, I didn't plan this right. It's like, how do I read this? I don't know. That's just the kind of quality I don't have on this channel. But anyway, it says that these famous words by John Donne were from a passage from 1624. Write that down. Meditation 17. From Devotions Upon Emergent Occasions and Its Prose. What a profound title. Maybe a little pompous, but anyway, it's good. Here it goes. This is No Man is an Island by John Donne. Remember, profound comments if you got them, otherwise the usual crap. No man is an island, entire of itself. Each is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a clod washed away by the sea, Europe is the less, as well as if a promontory were, as well as if a manor of thine own or thine friends were. Each man's death diminishes me, for I am involved in mankind. Therefore, send not to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee.